Have you ever noticed this strange pattern? During the day, you're fine, busy, functional, even optimistic. But then night arrives, the lights go off, the noise fades, and suddenly, something feels wrong. A quiet sadness creeps in for no clear reason. No bad news, no argument, no obvious trigger, just heaviness. And here's the truth most people don't know. That sadness isn't random, it isn't weakness, and it definitely isn't all in your head. Your brain is doing something very specific at night, and psychology explains exactly why. During the day, your brain is externally occupied. Tasks, messages, movement, noise. Your mind stays busy reacting. But at night, something changes. External stimulation drops, and your brain switches modes. Neuroscientists call this the activation of the default mode network, the system responsible for self-reflection, memory, and emotional processing. This is the same network that activates during daydreaming, introspection, existential thinking. When distractions disappear, your mind finally has space to surface unresolved emotions. That sadness didn't appear at night. It was there all along, just muted by daylight. Throughout the day, your nervous system stays in do mode. Cortisol, the stress hormone, keeps you alert and task-focused. At night, cortisol drops, and when it does, emotional barriers weaken. Psychologists describe this as emotional rebound. Feelings suppressed during the day re-emerge when mental defenses relax. It's not that night makes you sad, it's that night removes the armor. If you're someone who gets sad at night often, there's a high chance you're also introspective. Your brain doesn't shut off easily, and in silence, it turns inward. Research consistently shows that people who are highly self-aware, emotionally sensitive, deep thinkers, experience stronger emotional fluctuations during low stimulation periods. When the world goes quiet, your mind gets loud. Not because something is wrong, but because your brain finally has the bandwidth to think. There's another factor people underestimate: human connection. At night, social activity slows. Messages stop coming. People disappear into their own lives. Even if you're not technically alone, your brain perceives isolation. Evolutionary psychology explains this well. Humans are wired to associate darkness with vulnerability. For thousands of years, nighttime meant danger, separation, and uncertainty. So when night falls, your brain subtly shifts into a more emotionally sensitive state. Loneliness doesn't increase, your awareness of it does. Your body runs on an internal clock called the circadian rhythm. This rhythm affects hormones, energy levels, emotional regulation. At night, serotonin levels, the neurotransmitter linked to mood stability, naturally dip. For some people, especially those prone to anxiety or depression, this drop is felt more intensely. This doesn't mean you're depressed. It means your brain chemistry fluctuates more noticeably during low-energy states. Night exposes emotional contrast. Here's something important. People who get sad at night are often the same people who stay strong during the day. They're responsible, reliable, emotionally controlled. Psychology calls this emotional suppression. You push feelings aside to function, and your brain keeps track. At night, when you're no longer performing, those emotions ask for attention. Sadness isn't punishment, it's communication. Many nighttime sadness episodes aren't about specific problems. They're about meaning. When activity stops, your mind asks bigger questions. Am I where I should be? Is this life enough? Is something missing? Existential psychologists explain that humans confront meaning most intensely in moments of stillness. During the day, you chase goals. At night, you question them. That emotional weight isn't failure, it's awareness. One of the hardest parts is that it feels vague. No clear cause, no clear solution. That's because it's not situational sadness. It's ambient emotion, a background feeling formed from accumulated experiences, unmet needs, and unprocessed thoughts. Your brain doesn't present it as a story. It presents it as a sensation. Here's the part no one tells you. People who feel deeply at night are often people with high emotional intelligence, strong internal worlds, sensitivity to meaning and connection. They're not broken, they're perceptive. They feel what others numb themselves from. And in a loud world, that sensitivity has nowhere to go except the quiet. So ask yourself this: when night comes and sadness appears, are you actually sad, or are you finally listening to yourself? Because there's a difference. Nighttime sadness isn't a flaw. It's a signal, a reminder that beneath productivity and routine, you're still human, still reflective, still searching, still feeling. And maybe that's not something to eliminate. Maybe it's something to understand. If this video felt uncomfortably accurate, comment night. And if you want psychology that explains what you feel before you can put it into words, subscribe. The next video goes even deeper into the hidden patterns of the mind.